I really like that. And speaking of spider webs, it's Wednesday, but it's also me. My brain was instantly like, I have to become a fairy. And of course, I'm the best one. I'm the skeleton. I think I might need to pick one. I love Sally. She's like top tier. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, how are you? My name is Josie, and if you're coming back, it's so good to see you again. I've missed you. We are finally getting into my 7 days of Halloween costumes, although I might throw a couple extras in there. So please ignore the fact that this video will not be filmed over the course of one day. This week is insanity. I have so much to prepare for Halloween and all the things. So let's just immediately get into this. Chucky is such a good, easy costume to do. I got this sweater from Spirit Halloween last year when they had their after Halloween sale. So it was like 50% off. And I mean, automatically, even if you're just wearing jeans, you're Chucky because you have the Chucky sweater. Bonus points if you have some suspenders, some shorts, some pants. It literally does not matter. Something. I don't have red shoes, so I just threw on some red socks, and I would probably do like Converse with this to kind of give the little sneaker look. It's literally that easy. If there's any advice I can give you for your Halloween costume, do not overcomplicate it. If you can build it with stuff in your closet, even better. Like, I owned all of this. These are quite literally my boyfriend's snowboarding socks, I think. You get the vibes across, especially if you're doing like a character type costume. You're golden. Like that, it literally doesn't matter. Since I currently have a nice dark lip on, why don't we do my witch? Obviously you can customize it and go as crazy as you would like, but I feel like a good base for a witch is a black or just a dark dress and obviously a hat. To keep up with the vlogs, I think this was actually the first time we went Halloween thrifting and we got this beautiful number. Really, this dress isn't anything crazy special. It actually doesn't even fit me properly, but because it has these ties here, I feel like it gives it a really nice silhouette when I pull it really tight. Just like that. I really just love the flowiness of this. Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't accessorize because while you could not add anything, it just feels really empty to me. Not really gonna see it because my hair is gonna be down, but I just threw in these earrings. They kind of remind me of fish bones. They're not, but they're little weirds, and then I just threw in a second one there. I threw on about every bracelet I own. As for rings, I kind of went a little chunky and like weird, I guess. I feel like I like that. That's cute. As for hats, because we're going like full costume, I think I'm gonna do this one. I really like this one because it looks like it's almost covered in spider webs. I really like that. And speaking of spider webs, I need some tights, and I think I'm gonna do my spider web tights. As cute as just some black tights would be, you have to admit, that's even better. As for shoes, a little black like ankle boot would be cute, but because I'm doing a mini skirt, I feel like I gotta do some tall boots. Now, usually I wouldn't do a heeled boot. My typical like boot this length is just a regular boot, but I feel like this is screaming for heels. So we're gonna do these 9 West boots that I thrifted. Like that just completes the look. I would call that witch a success. A Scarecrow is another super simple look that you can throw together, and you can obviously go very cutesy with it or spooky or whatever you like. If you have a plaid dress, bonus. If you've got a flannel and some jeans. The hat is not required, but I feel like it's cute. And you could also do brown or black accents. I feel like either or is adorable. Just depends what look you're going for. You could do a cowboy hat. I already have this little crochet witch hat, which I feel like also kind of gives Scarecrow a little bit. It's your costume, it's your vibe, so really it could be whatever you want it to be. We're gonna do another pretty simple one, but surprisingly, I've never done her. We're gonna do Wednesday Addams. You can kind of take this wherever you want. Obviously, there's a couple different iterations of Wednesday. I don't know which one I'm going for in particular. I'm just kind of gonna put it together and, like I said, make it my own. I actually wore this for my birthday last year, and I just got this dress at Winners, and obviously it is giving very Wednesday Addams, so it is the perfect base. Super cute, simple. I barely lined my lips with something like just a tinge darker than my natural lip color. I'm just gonna kind of go in with this mauve shade. We want to look a little dead, you know, bring in that dead vibes. But I also don't want to go too crazy because Wednesday is typically depicted as younger, right? Like, you probably can't tell a difference on camera, but it's just enough. Honestly, jewelry wise, I feel like she's not a jewelry girl. I feel like she wouldn't even wear rings. Now, I like this dress, but for me, I'm thinking of snatching it a little bit. So basically, I have these little clips that you attach on the back. It's gonna be kind of hard to do this on my own, I'm not gonna lie. So just bear with me. So you snap it onto the one side, and then attach it as best you can to the other side. Now it is gonna bunch it a little bit in the back, but I feel like it just kind of, I just like that. I actually might do one little necklace. Like, I feel like it just needed a little something. As for hair, obviously I already have like the long black hair going. My hair is very fine though, so I think I'm gonna try and put in my extensions. They are shorter than my hair now though, so we're gonna see how it looks. It might be fine because we're braiding it, but let me try it. Okay, we're just gonna have to see how this goes. These are halo extensions, so instead of clips, it just has a little wire, and you're just gonna put it through the front of your head, and then it goes down in the back. Like I said, my hair is a little bit longer than these, but I feel like when it's all in braids, it shouldn't matter. The back of my head is really none of my business, but do your best to part it down the middle. And I'm just gonna use these tiny little elastics, and we're gonna braid. And I feel like you can't really tell that I have the extensions in, which is perfect. That is perfect. And then I think, do I have tights? Actually, I don't think I'm gonna add tights, but I'm gonna get some like chunky shoes. I just feel like these are very Wednesday. I don't think she would do like a cute little Mary Jane. Like, she would go a little cool with it, like, you know, that is so cute. Do I feel like she would wear a ruffly white sock? No. But do I want to wear a ruffly white sock with this outfit? Yes. It's definitely such a simple costume, but I feel like it's just so perfect. I would also just literally wear this. I'm so happy the extensions turned out too. I feel like a chunky braid just looks so good. But yeah, I'm obsessed. It's Wednesday, but it's also me, and I love it. No judgment here, because we've always kind of been there, but you can also go the no costume route. This is kind of the perfect example, which I feel so stinking cute. This is actually kind of like a Beetlejuice dress, so it does say strange and unusual. Also, oh, look at the way that catches, that's gorgeous. And then it's got a little bat collar. However, it's not really like a character. I guess it's kind of a nod to Lydia, but this isn't her dress. So it kind of, you know, you're dressing a little spooky, a little Halloween themed, but not necessarily as a particular character. Another example would be like if you got a patterned jacket and it was Halloween patterned, like skulls or jack-o'-lanterns. You're kind of dressed up for Halloween, but you're not really in a specific costume. So you don't always have to become a character and like do some grand thing. Like, I think this is a really cute, and it kind of becomes its own thing. You could say you were Lydia with this. I mean, it's kind of, you know, do your own thing. It is what it is. You do you. Now, immediately upon thrifting this, my brain was instantly like, I have to become a fairy. I've seen these online a few times, and I'm so happy I thrifted it because I've only ever seen them from fast fashion companies. It was actually white, and then I ended up dyeing it this kind of like bluey green color. I don't know if I'll dye it again, but that's besides the point. And I may or may not have some fairy wings from a few years ago that I feel like just go perfect with this vibe. They're definitely going to be the last thing I put on and take out of their packaging because they are very sparkly, but that's the vibe. I want to do kind of like a dark but still sparkly fairy. So obviously I need to add some sparkles, which I don't know if I'm gonna show up on camera, but like fairies need sparkles. I didn't go too crazy, but I feel like you can kind of see it on camera, but you know, even a little bit of sparkle. And then obviously we need some jewelry, so I want to continue the kind of silvery vibe we've got going. I didn't want to do anything too crazy, but I did do my little like tooth fairy stack, as I call it. So I got a tooth and a little fairy, and then I just have my normal rings on. Nothing too crazy. And now obviously we're missing her little fairy ears, duh. I want to go crazy with it, so we're gonna do the bigger size of ears that I have. I just got mine off of Amazon. They're honestly pretty cheap. You can probably also find them at the thrift store around Halloween time, obviously. And we do kind of need our hair to hide it a little bit, so kind of just have to play around with it until you like it. Like, I feel like that is cute. I do also have a little bit of hair tinsel. I've always loved the look of hair tinsel, but trying to put it in is actually impossible. At least like trying to do it on yourself. So I actually found out that they make clip-ons. So it's just a little clip that you throw in your hair. So I might put some of these in to kind of, we need more sparkle. Like, it's just, look at how freaking cute that is. I feel like, yes, that's a must for sure. You definitely could add tights, especially if you had like those sparkly fishnets. I kind of want to leave it, especially because I want the wings to kind of really stand out, but to add a little more black and kind of that dark, like punky kind of vibe, we're gonna do some chunky boots. I feel like those go so cute with the outfit. Now the part I'm dreading, only because I know a sparkle bomb is about to go off, but that's fine. Like, they are just so perfect. I actually thrifted these. I don't think it was last year, the year before. Actually, what I might do is put them underneath the sleeves like this. Because obviously with these ones, you're gonna see the black no matter what. I will say these kinds are obviously not the comfiest, like it's literally in your armpit. So if you can find those ones, I'm not sure what they call them, but they kind of have like they tuck into the back of your shirt. I think more specifically like a corset, but they were obviously a little more comfortable. Look at that. That is so freaking cute. Those are wings. I actually love these wings. This is quite literally like my final form. I feel so freaking cute. This dress is literally everything, even just beyond Halloween. But obviously, if she makes the perfect little costume, could it be any more fairy? Like, even without the wings, if I just had the ears, I feel like it still kind of gives the vibes. But see, and I literally had all of this, which maybe I'm just weird for that. Even if you didn't, like, you can thrift a cheap pair of wings. Same thing with the ears. I literally see that all the, like, those things all the time at the thrift. And like I said, I just found like a cute little flowy dress, and I was like, that's a fairy. So it's not that hard. If you're even like the tiniest bit creative, one thing that can really elevate a costume and honestly kind of carry the whole thing is if you make your own masks. Obviously the store-bought ones are fine, but we're balling on a budget, and I kind of prefer that. You guys know I love a DIY look, so of course I'm gonna love a DIY mask. I have mentioned it before, but I finally finished them. I am being lock, shock, and barrel with my friend and my little sister for Halloween. And of course, I'm the best one. I'm the skeleton. He is so freaking cute. Honestly, these aren't that difficult to make. They were a little time consuming in the fact that I had to wait for the paper mache clay to dry. But really, like, they didn't take me all that long to make the masks themselves. And I feel like they turned out honestly so good. I'm actually so happy with how they turned out. Like, I may have to hang these on my wall. So obviously this is gonna carry the costume, and then you can kind of build a very simple costume around it. Like, say for the devil, honestly you could wear this. Like, because I have the red, we're already there. Maybe find a tail if you can, would be kind of cute. Like I mentioned it before, we are going the onesie route because they're very easy to find, and it's literally one piece of costume. It's also nice for trick-or-treating in Canada because it does get kind of chilly on Halloween, so we kind of need a little little extra layering, and at least that way we can also layer underneath it. So we've got the mask and we've got the onesie. I mean, come on. I did also make the little lollipop that he has in the movie. I can't remember if it's just one scene he has it, but I had to, so. Like, I feel like this is so cute. It does have the actual elastic. I don't think you're gonna be able to hear me though. So you can wear it like this. But I kind of figured we wouldn't be wearing them and we would be kind of lifting them up to our faces, because honestly it just kind of gets a little overstimulating. So I'm debating taking mine out and just holding it like that. Honestly, in the movie, they kind of do that. It's a mix in the movie, like whether they have them on, whether they put them on, I don't know. This is the route I'm going. I feel like that is so freaking cute. And I'm obsessed with The Nightmare Before Christmas. It was like my favorite movie growing up. So, do you see what I mean though? Like, this makes the whole character, like, the onesie's cute, like the little skeleton is cute. Especially this one has a little, the actual skeleton head on the hood, so you can like do it up all the way, which is a little overstimulating in itself, but I feel like it just makes the look. Okay, you can't tell me that that is not literally everything. And this was quite literally a chopstick and just some paper that I painted and glued together around the chopstick. Like, it's really easy to make little details like that. This took me, I literally made this morning. It took me like 10 minutes, if that. Again, I had to wait for the paint to dry. That's the hardest part. You can obviously also go the kind of simple route of thrifting or purchasing new, but I always encourage thrifting an actual full costume and then kind of making it your own. So I'm gonna show you guys. I have two that we're gonna do that I purchased, and we're gonna kind of, you know, amp it up a little bit. I did thrift this with you guys, and then I didn't let you see it because I had to keep it secret, okay? But we are finally going to use this beautiful little piece. I'm pretty sure this is a child's costume. Listen, there's two routes you can go as a woman. You can go like cool, spooky, scary even, and then you can also go a little like serve, you know, like if you just, sometimes it's nice and you just want to look hot, okay, I'm not gonna lie. And like, yeah, you can find some like sexy women's costumes, but also when you get a child's fitted costume, it like immediately just shows more, obviously, because it's so tiny. So like, that's what this one's gonna be. I feel like she is pretty cute on her own. Like, you really don't have to add a lot to a costume. However, I want to add something, you know. I kind of also want to bring it up a little. We're leaning into, this is my, you know, serving Halloween costume, if you will. You need like one every once in a while, okay? To get that extra little oomph that I'm talking about, I'm gonna do kind of a corset. It's not like a full corset, like it is just a elastic band kind of belt, but I do feel like it adds a little bit, and then you just kind of want to play with it to see like how you want it to sit. So I'm basically tucking it up. Basically, I pulled the top down as far as I could go, and then tucked in this bottom part here. That kind of, you know, brings it up a little bit in both ways. I feel like that's really cute. Obviously, we need some jewelry. We're very empty here. A cute little cross necklace, and then I did my cute little sun and moon earrings. I don't know, I feel like they match the vibe. And then just some chunky black jewelry. Now, obviously we're missing like a red lip, and I also feel like sparkles would be really cute. I'm not sure if you can even see the sparkles on camera, but I mean, I prefer a vampire that burns in the sun, but it's kind of like a fun little nod to Twilight. You have to, a little sparkly vampire. And then I went aggressively dark. You could add fake blood as well. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I might just, I don't know if that's getting the vibe across. I think I might need to add fake blood. Maybe you don't have this on hand. Like I do. I just got this one out off of Amazon. It's nothing special. I just advise you to check if your blood stains. I don't think this one does. I can't remember, honestly. I haven't used it since last Halloween. Okay, I need an actual mirror. 1 second. No, I fear you have to add like a little bit of fake blood. It automatically completed it. And obviously we need some boots because it's a mini skirt. I'm gonna go with these ones again that I used for the witch because like I said, we're serving. Okay, cute. I did think about adding tights, but because we did tights for the witch look, I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. And that is look, that is complete. See, I feel like really I didn't make anything drastic changes to the costume. I just kind of like added a little bit here and there. And I took it from cheap little literal children's costume, I'm pretty sure. Just based on size, like you can see the arms are too short kind of thing. And I don't know, I feel like I look hot. I like it. Okay, you can't skip the fake blood because otherwise, I don't know, it just, like, come on, that completes the look. Sally is the perfect example of a fantastic character, but sometimes you just don't want to go all out. Like, if you think I'm gonna paint myself blue right now, I've got other news for you. I will, however, at least do the bare minimum and draw some stitches on me. But like, honestly, you can still be a character and not do 100% everything about them. Same thing with the hair. Like, I think I'm just gonna definitely just do my hair, but it's straight, it can survive, it's long, it works, you know? Obviously we have the base. I did find the Sally dress, and then she does have like cute little striped socks, so I made them a little slouchy like hers. And then honestly, we really just needed shoes. I think I'm gonna do my Mary Janes. I just feel like they kind of match the vibes of her shoes. I don't think they're actually Mary Janes. I think it's more of like a boot, but we're gonna go with this. I think those are very cute. Now it's time to draw on all of our stitches. I'm probably gonna regret doing it with eyeliner, but like, really, who has body paint? Eyeliner is pretty much, everybody has eyeliner, so we're gonna do that. And I know she's got the one right here. Okay, that is good enough. It's definitely not exactly where all of hers are, but you know what? Again, the vibes. The vibes are there. That's all that matters. Yeah, I think that's cute. That's kind of the vibe. However, I think I want to add a little something to the dress. I just feel like now this is a Spirit Halloween costume that I thrifted, and Spirit Halloween's not like the best quality. Like, it looks like her dress, but it looks like a cheap version of her dress. So I'd like to add a little bit something to it. I'm gonna add my little tutu. Like, okay, it's obviously not accurate, but I feel like it just makes the dress look a little cuter and like, I don't know. Because in the movie, her dress looks like it would be sewn out of kind of like hard, harsher material, kind of like burlap sack kind of vibes. Whereas this is, it's almost like a spandex. Like, it's really like too flowy, so I feel like it just needed a little more structure, and that kind of adds like a little bit more to it. And lastly, again, it's not exactly what she carries, but I feel like I need a little basket moment. I feel like it's a little big, but this is the basket I have, so this is the basket we use. I also might, for her, the scene where she sees kind of the future in the flower, basically, take one of my musty dusty little black roses, and it kind of just be another prop. Listen, props are cute, so like, I might, you know, this is a vibe. Like, again, elevated, is it like 100% her? No, because I really don't feel like painting myself blue. This is already gonna be annoying enough to get off, but this is like literally so cute, so perfect. I love Sally. She's like top tier. Nightmare Before Christmas is just the Halloween movie and Christmas movie. You can't even convince me that I'm wrong. So that is Sally complete. Okay, and last but not least, we are finally doing the clown costume. If you've been watching the vlogs, I have brought you guys along a little bit on this one because I wanted to thrift literally everything to make it. And it was a it was a task to find some of the stuff, but we are finally ready. And it course, I'm doing some DIYs for it. I'm actually not sure if I need to add ribbons to this. I'm gonna have to see when it's on my head. I also have to double check if I have ribbons, but if not, I'll bobby pin it. But like, I think it turned out so freaking cute. So let's finally get to climbing around. Which is why I didn't clean up, honestly, my birthday balloons, because this is the vibe. Okay, I feel like they need to be here. Most of this costume is entirely thrifted. Well, most of all of these costumes have been entirely thrifted. I could not find a little, I'm not even sure what you call these, but the collar piece. I did have to buy this piece off of Amazon. I also might do tights. I haven't decided, but I think the ones I'm thinking of, I think also got off of Amazon. Essentially, the vibe is, if you didn't catch, there was one vlog I kind of showed you guys what I wanted to do, but I added little pom-poms to this blouse with these little poofy sleeves. And I kind of wanted a dress, but it was really hard to find, so this is kind of the compromise. I wanted to make it really poofy, so we found this white tutu that I'm just gonna pull up really high. And then, because obviously the tutu is see-through, I mean the dress does kind of cover everything, but I think I'm gonna wear these shorts that I thrifted a while back underneath it. I feel like that goes with the vibe, you know? This is essentially the base, and I am glad I did the little shorts because, like I said, the tutu is see-through, so there are areas where you see it, and I feel like I kind of like that underneath rather than just black shorts. We're just gonna ignore this part here for right now. I think I'm gonna do some makeup before we try to figure out the hat and all that. I don't want to do anything like too crazy, but like clowny enough. Like, I'm not doing white face paint, that's a little much, but I'm not 100% sure, but you'll see the vibes. Did I get carried away? I'm gonna go with no. I feel like that is just the perfect amount of too much. I can't like actually smile or it like ruins the fake smile, but I am obsessed with how that turned out. Now we can deal with everything else. So for the collar, I know I want to tuck this actual collar so that when we put our clown collar on, it doesn't mess anything up. Nails and buttons do not get along, okay? So we're gonna tuck this in. And I guess I can do my hair now too. I think, or do I put my hat on? No, I think I'm gonna have to bobby pin it because it is really tight. Let me just go figure out the hat situation. That is feeling the perfect amount of messy. And I did just end up bobby pinning it instead of trying to figure out like a ribbon situation. If I was gonna wear this to like an actual party, I feel like I would add a chin strap, like a ribbon essentially. But I'm not wearing this to a party, so. And I am not actually sure which way you technically wear this. But I feel like I want the bow in the front. To be a little precarious with the hat because, like I said, it was just bobby pinned. So I think we just tie it in a little bow. I feel so cute right now. The worst place to tie a bow because I can't see anything. Okay, and I basically got the tulle version of it, like this specific one, so it matches the tulle of the tutu. Now, obviously, oh my god, I feel so tall now with this hat. I don't know if I made it like a little too tall, or if it just looks so aggressive because like I'm short and it's like so tall. I'm just getting so distracted. We need shoes. I don't know what vibe we go for. Do we go for like a little cute little chunky boot, or do I do tall boots? Do I have any crazy shoes? I feel like chunky is what I want to lean for. We did these for the ferry, and I just feel like that's the vibe. I feel like I have you guys too close because you can't see my shoes. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel so adorable. It's not even funny. Oh my god. I feel so cute. Oh my goodness. I kind of wish I had a helium balloon. That would be cute, but I do not. This is literally everything. Like, you can't tell me this isn't the cutest one. This costume might be the winner. This isn't even what I was gonna wear to a Halloween party, but like, now I'm like, do I wear this to a Halloween party? I'm glad I saved this one for last because I'm so proud of this one. Like, really, it's such like basic pieces. I feel so cute. I literally can't, like, I'm kind of speechless over this one. I'm so proud of it. I'm just like, the makeup itself was pretty easy. Like, you guys can see I really didn't do anything crazy. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this one. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. I feel like I need a little like horn that, like, you know, the little honk. Anyways, yep. Yes, this was well worth the amount of time it took us to find this blouse. I feel like it does exactly what I wanted it to. And honestly, it turned out even better than I thought it was going to. I'm very proud of this little clown. Well, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I feel like it's been a wild ride coming up with all of these costumes. If you guys have any ones you would like to see next year, let me know. I don't know if I'll be able to commit to 30 days, but I feel like at least we'll do another 7 days of Halloween, a little Halloweek, if you will. It was honestly so much fun. I mean, I love spooky season, so like the more I can get out of it, the happier I am. Hope you guys are having a great day, a night, evening, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you guys for the next adventure. I don't know how much spooky we got left, but I'm holding on for dear life to the spooky season. Bye. I wish these were acceptable to wear all year round because they do be looking good and they're cozy. Like, these pants are top tier.